Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, and we are in Butschern, and we're working on selling silage. In fact, that's going to be pretty much our sole mission. I think for this episode is to get some of this silage we just yanked out of the bunker using our forage pickup tool that we leased. I did go ahead and I returned that back to Fred down there at the farm shop, and I already made one load out to the barn where we're selling it. I guess it's called the barn. And I think it was about $11,000 for a trailer load. So I can't say that it was too bad. We're not getting exactly top dollar for it, but we really wouldn't get a ton more if we waited till January, and quite frankly, we kind of need the cash. We're in a slightly cash poor situation. In fact, you know, other than this morning's milk sale, we haven't brought any positive income into the farm. We've only been spending, so we need to get a little bit of cash out the door, or in the door, to help pay for hired help and some other things just to keep this farm moving along. I hope you all had a really good weekend. It's Monday morning, time to go back to work or school or whatever it is you do when you start your work week. For me, it's work. Hey, Jim. I think that's Jim walking right there. I was checking out, and I was curious if you all have had a chance or have checked out Giants. Sorry, I know I'm driving on somebody's field, but this is kind of a tight corner getting into here, and by experience, I can tell you that I need that little extra space. But have you had a chance to check out the Giants Academy? And I remember when that was first announced. Let's see what we rake in here. Yeah, 11,143. Okay, not too shabby. Not too shabby. So I remember when Giants Academy was first announced, and then I started, you know, and they first started to... What am I hitting? I'm hitting the edge of that building, aren't I? Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that next time to not take that corner quite so sharp. But anyways, I remember checking it out for the first time, and this is when it was, you know, it hadn't been built up extremely well, and there were just a few things in there, and I thought it was pretty good. I thought the overall information, especially for newer players, are, you know, people who are new to the game and maybe just either aren't familiar with farming in general, or they're not familiar with farming and or how farming is done in the game. I think there's some pretty helpful information in there. The one thing that I kind of wish was, and maybe this is because for people like myself, and I'm sure many of you watching who have played this game for more than just one version, maybe we've played it for a few years or whatever, that more experienced players, that I kind of wish there was more specific, very specific information. Like, I wish they would answer or deal with some of the questions that we always have that seem to always come up in the game, you know. Like, I don't know, to me, I was looking on there the other day, and well, the deer are out this morning, aren't they? I was looking there the other day, and I was looking for something as basic as what's the best order, like just kind of lay it out simply. The best order from start to finish on a field, and what is each step going to give me specifically for a yield, and also this seed bed thing that Giants has in there. And I'll show you here what I mean. So if you go into the map here, I'm sure you're familiar with this, but if we scooch on over here, you can see this thing right here, seed bed. And if we look on my map here, if we look on the map, we've got this little tiny section here that says seed bed, right? What did we do to make a seed bed? Now, when FS22 first came out and I saw, and I got kind of fixated on this seed bed thing, because that also reminds me one other thing, this camera is actually going to kind of drive me crazy. So I am going to see vehicle camera smoothness. Where is it? Camera collision adjustment. Let's turn that off. There we go. Okay. So I went down this rabbit hole, probably an entirely unnecessary rabbit hole. I wonder where that goes. Probably an entirely unnecessary rabbit hole, but one nonetheless that I went down, of trying to figure out what specific equipment used in what order gave me a seed bed. And if I did get a seed bed, what difference did that make as opposed to just simply preparing the field for planting? And I, for the life of me, could not figure out any difference between plowing. Let's say you plow, let's say you cultivate. That to me is a seed bed. And in fact, I think to most farmers, at least American farmers, in fact, that's even changing, because plowing is becoming much, we don't do a lot of moldboard plowing here in America for sure. But deep tillage is kind of going away altogether if it can be helped. But let's just say, for fun, that you've got plowing, you've got cultivating, and then you've got yourself a seed bed. But the game doesn't show that as a seed bed. The game shows that as, well, nothing really. Just you tackled the, if it needed plowing state, you got rid of the need plow state. You cultivated because maybe your planter or your seeder is not a direct drill seeder or planter. And man, that monitor right there, wouldn't it be cool too, by the way, sorry, my train of thought, but wouldn't it be really cool if we could make it so that that monitor right there in my way, if you could maybe simple IC, maybe if Giants introduced something like that where we could click that and have it go bye-bye or move it. It's obviously on a, I'm guessing it's on a deal that where it can be turned. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So you can see traffic and things. Anyways, so what is seed bed? And then when I started finding out the right combinations that actually gave me a seed bed, and they were weird combinations. It was like, shallow cultivating followed by a normal cultivator. It was strange. Didn't offer any benefit at all as far as yield goes. It offered no benefit. Oh yeah, okay. I see what's going on here. All right, thanks for parking your car right there. Now I know how FedEx and UPS drivers feel when people park right in their way. But Yeah, stuff like that. And I looked through the Giants Academy looking for seedbed. I was like, man, show me on here specifically how I can get my field in that seedbed state, and it's not there. Um, and like I said, even if it was, it doesn't seem to provide any practical benefit. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if that was something that they did because it is a legitimate terminology in farming. I don't know what the thinking was on that part. It's not a big deal. Don't get me wrong. It's not a, it's not like, oh my gosh, I hate this game, or how stupid can that be? But it's confusing to me, and I've played this game for quite some time, and I would think, and I've looked on the forums, and there's confusion out there about it. There were many posts out there about, so what is a seedbed? And is there a purpose to achieving a seedbed in the game? And of course, everybody's comments towards it were basically what I'm saying here too, is a seedbed is typically this. The game, for some reason, sees it as being much more specific. And no, there's not really any general, positive yield increase or anything to achieving it. But I do like the Giants Academy. I do think they are onto something with it. I would kind of like to see, if possible, actually, this will be our last load. Do we want to take and sell all the rest of this or leave any? We've got 3 small bales of silage that are back here somewhere. Over here. Glad the rain stopped for a bit. That's kind of nice. So here's our silage bales. They are 3,500 liters apiece. We use 2 of them for a load of feed. So that's 7,000 liters right there of silage. So if we left, that'll lose 2, and then that'll be that one. So we need another 3,500 plus another load. So maybe if we left like, what, 11,000 liters in the deal here? Can we do that? I don't know. I wish you could put exactly how much. There's 33,000 in there, and I think this trailer holds 35. Let's see here. So if we do 20, oh man, that was close. This is like filling gas into your tank on your car. You know how you kind of try to stop it right at the even dollar amount? Oh, $20. Oh, $20 and a penny. Dang it. Let's see. So 20,000 with 33 in there. So that gives us 13,000 in the barn. Probably, I think we can. Yeah, let's do that. That'll give us about 11,000 liters. Let's see if I'm even remotely close. Actually, I could just look on the thing, couldn't I? Yeah, 1138. I was going to say I could just look right there on the right-hand side. That shows us that we have 11.3 in silage, 70 in grass, 122 in hay, and 336 in straw. Man, we could sell some straw, couldn't we? That might not be the worst. Oh, can we sneak? Can we sneak? Oh, I'm stuck now. Nope, there we go. We could sell some straw. You don't make a lot of money with straw sale, but I think we what is out this way? I think this just curves around that field. I don't think I've ever taken this path, and it seems like there's a water. Is that over here a place to fill? Yeah, right there. So we can get free water right there if we needed to. Speaking of, we could probably, well, I don't know where we'd put them though. Well, actually, yeah, we could do greenhouses, but I don't think greenhouses will bring in the money that silage brings in. So I'd rather keep our grasslands. I think I'd rather keep our grasslands for mowing and silage making than putting greenhouses up, actually, as far as cash goes. Mr. Deer, you need to move. Insta-pop. Out of the way. And I love the way the deer in this game are ironically so lifelike. To be honest, I don't know if you have deer where you live. We have a pretty sizable deer population in my area. Um, and the deer in Farming Simulator are as stupid. I hate to be that way and be mean, but they act about equally as stupid as the real deer in my area. It's amazing to me. Like the other day, getting out of work, no lie, my building is at a corner, but it's a T intersection. It's not a cross intersection, but a T. So when I get out of work, I come up to the light and I can only go straight or left, because it's a T. There's no right-hand turn there. And I had a red light, and the people that were turning onto the road that I was on had the green, and it dawned on me for a second there, like, nobody's doing anything. You know how you're at a light and like nobody's moving and you're wondering who's got the green light? And immediately out of the corner of my eye, I know, Mr. Horse, immediately I see this deer running across the intersection, through the intersection, perfectly on the crosswalk. And I looked, and it was just so startling to me because I'm just not expecting, I'm not expecting a deer to come charging through. First of all, I had no idea where the deer even came from because it's it's not a heavily populated business area, but it is a business area. And it was just out of blue. And then I started looking at people in other cars and their reactions, and everybody was just laughing. It was hilarious because this deer used the crosswalk perfectly. I don't think they had a green. That's the only thing they did wrong, was they didn't cross on a green. Actually, they did cross on a green, now that I think about it, because they did cross on a green because I had the red. And then I think it was just about when they finally cleared the street, I got the green light, but nobody moved because we were all just looking at this deer running into this field, this one open area, and I'm just looking at the person next to me. I look over at the woman next to me in the car next to me, and she's just shaking her head laughing. But anyways, you will see deer. It's amazing to me. They will run in front of you like they will like run into the side of you. It's almost like they have death wishes. It's amazing to me. And when I see deer in this game that run out in front of the tractor and then just start running in front of you and don't get out of the way, that's so deer-like. It's just so deer-like. I have no idea how or why I got specifically on that subject, but it makes me chuckle whenever I see the deer in this game because I'm like, yep, that's what deer do. Alright, so that is it for our silage sales. We are at almost $46,000. Now I am a little curious at what straw is going for. Yeah, so our best bet with straw is either where we're going to where we just sold our silage, or the biomass heating plant. What's the max you can get on straw? $88? and it's currently at 75. So yeah, I mean, we could make some extra cash waiting. What do y'all think? Should we sell some straw or should we wait? Kind of feel like the more money we can bank right now, and I'm pretty sure I set Butschern to normal economy. I don't think I'm playing on easy street, just based on some of the prices I'm seeing here. I'm pretty sure it's set to normal. Yeah, it is set to normal. Okay. That's all good. Make us work for our money. Don't get it easy. Let's do one last thing here before we call it. Let's take a load of straw over. And we've got tons of straw. I'm surprised we got as much straw as we do. What else do we have in our silo? How soon I forget. We have a lot of wheat, don't we? Man, so we could... Well, we don't have a lot else to do on the farm today. So maybe it is worth... when is wheat going to be for us? So right now it's 631 is our best bet at the windmill. 732. I always do that. So almost $100 off. So yeah, it'd be nice to be able to wait on the wheat. For $100 difference, that can add up. What, 70,000 liters? What's that, about $7,000? About $7,000 difference in sales. So on normal economy, that's probably enough to make it worthwhile to wait on. But let's take this trailer load of straw over. We're going to do a cutsy. A little bit of a cutsy here. This is our field anyways, so we can cut, right? I try not to... Man, I remember when I first played on the Xbox on FS13. I think I started playing, like, you know, trying to be a little more legit with this and stuff like that. And then I just got to the point where it was, you know, cross country, jumping off hills with trailers and all kinds of things, and not really caring what that was all about, because I put so many hours into that game. And I think it was Hagenstadt. Hagenstadt. And I used to watch Puma Plow, and there's another channel. In fact, I think John over at Puma Plow does a lot of Twitch streaming now, but he used to do, him and his, I don't know if it was a cousin or brother, but they had a YouTube channel, and they still have a lot of their old content out there. It's really good. But watch them religiously, and they played on Hagenstadt quite a bit. And so not only would I put in, you know, probably 3 or 4 hours of gameplay a night, then I would hop on YouTube and watch them play for $2,600. So not particularly going to get rich on straw, but you know what? We have a lot of it, and we're not going to use nearly the amount of straw we have. So yeah, I would say, you know, probably between YouTube and playing Farm Sim, at least for FS13, boy, I'll tell you what, that was, you know, and the game has changed so much, and it's gotten so much more realistic and so much better, but the fun value of the fun that I had on 13 is unmatched. You know, it's almost like you can have an original movie that's amazing, and the sequel could arguably be just as good, but you'll never rekindle that magic that was the first one. That's kind of how I feel about Farm Sim. Is each progression of game, they do get better and they do improve, but the magic of Farm Sim 13 is never going to be matched, at least not for me. I mean, I still have the recording of me finding the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Now, if any of you know what I'm referring to, yeah, you're old school Farm Sim. I still have that recording. I took my phone at the time, or maybe even an iPad, I think, and recorded me locating that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I think it was like $1 million you got. Yeah, it was amazing. Pretty epic event in my life. Yeah, I know. Well, hey everyone, thank you so much again for joining me. I realize we didn't have a ton of excitement on this particular episode, but you know what? If making money ain't exciting, well, I was going to say I don't know what is, but there's a lot of other things that are a lot more exciting too. So, but anyways, you know what I'm saying. Hey, but thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like. And take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless. And I will see you tomorrow back in East Vineland on Kubota Farm. Take care. Bye-bye.